Greetings, Mobians. It is I, Sasha the cat, the feline with the headlines. And today, we have breaking news for you. Everybody knows that our beloved king and leader, Flame the Dragonhawk, has been suffering through this massive trial. For those of you guys who don't know, our beloved king was found guilty for not only following his ancestors' law, but um, for the abuse from Nikki the cat. I'm sorry, guys. It's just that as a fellow cat, I do find this a little bit offensive. Anyway, he was found guilty and was sentenced to wear this special collar that has a counter on it for the many women that he has to have by the end of the month, or else the collar will explode. To be honest, everyone, I really, really don't like this. But I did manage to get a inside scoop with Nikki the cat. And also, I have her here in the studios with me right now to answer a few questions. So, come on in, Nikki. Yes, it's really nice to meet a fellow cat. Yes, anyway, Miss Nikki, please answer a few questions. Why do you feel that Flame needs to be punished like this? It's because he refused to follow this 200-year-old law that's been passed down from his time to right now. I just need to teach him a lesson, and so that way he'll learn the error of his ways and learn that he needs to follow the rules no matter how weird they are. Why do you feel like he needs to do this? Look, it's because for many years I have been making sure that all royalty follow the law. You see, I don't tell many people this, but not only am I the queen of the multiverse, but I am the goddess of order. I'm the goddess of order. And I make sure that each and every person follows the law. Because you see, without law, there's chaos. And without chaos, there's destruction. And where there's destruction, there's also death. I'm trying to prevent that. You see, you guys may probably think that I'm doing this because of this old thing that happened many years ago. Yes, and I'm pretty well aware of what that is. You see, guys, back in the day, women, they actually didn't have a say on, they didn't have a say on what to do. They just let men do whatever they want. Women couldn't say anything, but now things have changed. Yes. Yes, they have, and I'm not following that. It's just that you see, guys, I've been watching over each and every royal for thousands of years. Yes, I'm 1,000 years old, and I know I do look beautiful for my age, but listen, guys, this has nothing to do with, trying to get Flame to follow the order. This is punishment and showing him how things work around here. Well, does that really mean that you have to put that collar on him? Yes, it's a punishment for his betrayal against his ancestors and his rights as royalty. You see, his grandfathers, they made that law just to make people happy. And the way I see it, he's denying that just to make his wife happy. I mean, is that really wrong? I mean, most husbands, they do what they can to make their wives happy, regardless if it makes people sad. Yes, I am well aware of that. If Flame wants to get rid of that collar, he simply has to agree to follow that law and have many wives and has many wives. So that way that counter can go up. And once it goes up, everything will be okay. Remember, Flame has until the end of the month to finally have more wives, okay? Because if he doesn't, then everybody knows that that collar is going to be rigged to explode. But answer one more question. Do you honestly think that, putting a shock collar or explosive collar on Flame is going to change his will? Honestly, it's not that. Honestly, the reason why I put that on there wasn't to, put a shock into his system like that. It's to teach him a lesson. It's to teach him a lesson and tell him that, and show him all the pain and suffering that his ancestors are causing, or the pain and suffering that his ancestors are getting for him not following that law. I understand. But I also have one more question to ask. You see, many people seem to think you're only doing this because you want Flame all for yourself. Is that true? Absolutely not. I mean, I wouldn't turn him down if he did offer me to be one of his wives, but no, I don't have any romantic feelings for him. I really don't. I just want to make sure that he follows the law like every other royal before him. So that way, it's just that, look, I have been making sure everybody has been following that law for many, many years. And Flame, he is the first ever to deny a law. He's the first ever. And I just couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe that he actually denied a law that was supposed to be passed down to him. But thanks to his mother's hiding it from him, and now that it's came back to surface, regardless if it is an old law or not, it's still around. And now Flame has to follow it. Because if he doesn't, I have no choice but to not only blow up that collar, but to take away Flame's powers and his kids' powers, meaning Amber, Rose, Flare, and their unborn child will have no powers. And I'm sorry to the kids, but if your dad does not follow this law, then you're just going to have to grow up without a dad. I'm really sorry, but that's how things go. That's how things go. I am really, really sorry. Anyway, thank you, Nikki. And I know I said this was the last question, but one more question, please. Do you really feel like all the women in his life, or not necessarily, like his exes or his girlfriends or anything, do you honestly feel like they, I don't know, might come after you or something? Honestly, I'm not afraid. I mean, sure, me and his wife Sarah, we do have beef. We do have beef because I did offer them an orb that will show them the future, or what Flame's life would be like if he did have multiple different girls. And let's just say Sarah did not take that lightly. She really didn't. She destroyed my only treasure that I have. You see, I gave that to Flame so that way he can see it. And yet he did show it to his wife. She went into a rage and destroyed it. My only piece of treasure. Which is why, Sarah Dragonhog, you are going to be sued for destroying property of the government. And not to mention the Heavenly Council. So, anyway, Sarah, you have 1 week to fix my orb and return it to me. Intact. Okay, well, that was definitely something. Anyway, I guess that's it for that breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. And according to Flame, it says here that I will be doing this more and more on the channel. So if you guys want me to do more, please hit that like button and let me know in the comments down below. What breaking news do you guys want to hear more about in Flame's universe or in any other universe? So anyway, this is Sasha, the cat, the feline with the headlines, saying see you around.